Hi, I'm Amanda Dow from the British Blacklist, and I'm joined by screenwriter and director of the upcoming film Candyman, Nia DaCosta. Nia, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm a little sick, so I might sound stuffy, but I'm good and happy to be here.
That's brilliant. Could you tell us a little bit about Candyman?
Sure, yeah. Candyman is a story about an artist named Anthony McCoy who goes in search of inspiration and stumbles upon the Candyman legend. And as he digs deeper into it, he realizes that maybe he should have left it left it alone.
And what was your inspiration behind making this film?
Oh, there's so many besides the original film, and let's say horror films from the 70s and 80s were a huge reference. I'll say that.
So you co-wrote the film with Win Rosenfeld and Jordan Peele. So could you tell us a bit about this collaboration and what it was like, and also how you endeavored to make this different as a spiritual sequel to the original Candyman films?
Yeah, so for the three of us, I think a big thing we were focusing on was expanding the legend and looking at things from a different perspective. So it was really important that our main characters were Black, and that we were looking at a character like Anthony McCoy, who was sort of like a Danny Robitaille, also an artist, also working in a predominantly white field. And so it was really just digging in deeper and deeper into the original legend, what we loved about it, what we thought could be slightly altered in order to tell a stronger story about the Black community.
Without giving too much away, what was the intention behind the subliminal storyline about the Black experience throughout the film? So like with the shadow puppets and
yeah, so that was, for me, the shadow puppetry in particular was really useful in order to represent storytelling legends and how they change based on who's telling the story, how they change based on what community they're coming from. So for me, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when Colman's character is talking about Danny Robitaille's story, and it's like in stark contrast to the way it was told in the original film, which is told by this sort of like white academic in a restaurant drinking his wine and being very bougie. And you can just feel the pain in Colman's voice when he's telling the story in this version, as opposed to, Purcell from the original film, who's just obviously doesn't care about the person behind the story. And that contradiction is a lot of what this movie, I think, is about.
Yeah, and especially because I think shadow puppets is such an interesting way to kind of tell that, because they're also a timeless way of storytelling, and it kind of goes with the kind of stories that are being told and how, it's history repeating itself and the same things happening again. What do you think this film will mean for Black representation in the horror genre?
Well, I hope we get more Black people, Black filmmakers in the horror genre, and I'm hoping it will help sort of broaden what Black people can be doing in the horror genre. So it's not just racial trauma that we're talking about in horror, but it's also about, like, I don't know, other shit that Black people get up to. So I think that would be great, and that's what I'm hopeful for.
Well, that's all we have time for, Nia. Thank you so much. It was so lovely to talk to you. And yeah, you're amazing. So it's
thank you.
Talk soon. Bye.
Bye.
The urban legend is, if you say his name 5 times while looking in the mirror, he appears in the reflection and kills you.
Well, we're still alive. Let's go. Trina, you broke the door. This isn't funny!
I feel really connected to this neighborhood. Cabrini Green. It was the projects. I just moved in around the corner.
The old candy factory.
I'm an artist.
You looking for Candyman? He's the monster that's part of this neighborhood.
Why are you drawn to this?
I'm hoping to spread the story all about Candyman. The mirror invites you to summon him. You should say his name. I dare you.
Candyman.
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 Don't say that.
Candyman.
I think I made a mistake. I brought him back.
Candyman isn't real!
Something's happening to me.
He had a purpose for you to be another one of his terrible stories.
I guess he found me.
I am the writing on the wall, the sweet smell of blood.